Have you ever stopped to think about how your dog really sees you? The answer will surprise you much more than you can imagine. He doesn't see you as a human, and science explains exactly why. From a young age, your dog learns to read the world in a unique way. He uses his senses in a way we could never manage, and what he picks up from you goes far beyond your appearance. But first, let's understand how all of this began. Thousands of years ago, dogs and humans began living together. That coexistence changed their brains in surprising ways. Dogs evolved specifically to understand people. No other animal on the planet does this the way they do. But then, if they understand us so well, how do they see us? To your dog, you are not a human. You are something far more special. You are the center of his pack, the leader, the family, and that completely changes the way he behaves with you. Every look he gives you carries a much deeper meaning. When your dog looks you in the eyes, something chemical happens inside him. His oxytocin level rises, the same hormone as maternal love. And the most incredible thing is that the same happens to you. That mutual gaze creates a real bond between the two of you. But the dog did not learn this behavior from other dogs. He developed it specifically to communicate with humans. That means your dog literally evolved to love you. And there is yet another behavior that most people misread. When he follows you around the house all day long, most people think the dog is anxious or dependent. But science shows that this behavior is about something completely different. Your dog follows you because you are the most important member of his pack. In nature, pack members stay close to the leader to survive. And for your dog, the pack instinct is still very much alive. He doesn't follow you out of weakness. He follows you out of deep loyalty. And there is another sign that almost every owner fails to notice. The way he sleeps near you says a lot. Wild dogs sleep in groups to protect each other. When your dog sleeps pressed against you, he is protecting you, and he is also telling you that he feels completely safe by your side. The position of his body while sleeping reveals his level of trust. Belly exposed is the clearest sign of total trust in you. But there is a behavior even more fascinating than that. Have you ever noticed that your dog sometimes leans his body against you? It is not to ask for affection. It carries a much older meaning. In packs, leaning bodies is a gesture of bonding and belonging. When he does this with you, he is saying, "You are my family." And this leads us to one of the most incredible discoveries in science. Dogs can sense human emotions with impressive precision. They detect changes in your scent when you are sad or afraid. Their nose processes information that our minds cannot even begin to imagine. A dog has up to 300 million olfactory receptors. We have 6 million. That means he reads you like an open book at all times. When you come home stressed, he already knows before you say a word. And his behavior changes to help you feel better. He gets closer, grows quieter, offers presence, not noise. This is not an accident. It is real and proven canine empathy. Studies show that dogs respond to human crying in a unique way. They move closer to comfort without needing to understand the words. The dog feels another's suffering and acts to relieve that suffering. This behavior goes far beyond instinct. It is real emotional connection. And there is a specific moment that reveals just how much he loves you. The moment you come home after hours away. That welcome is not an overreaction. It is the peak of his emotional bond with you. To him, every time you return is like you have come back from a great journey. His brain releases a wave of oxytocin just from catching your scent. Before he even sees you, he already knows you are coming. His sense of smell detects your specific scent from enormous distances. You have a unique scent to him, different from any other human. That scent is associated with safety, love, and belonging for him. But now comes something that will change the way you see your dog forever. Your dog does not classify you as a human in his system. He places you in a completely different category, a category that does not exist for any other living being in his world. You are not a human to him. You are his human. And that distinction changes everything about how he treats you. He defends you, watches over you, warms you, and calms you without you asking for anything. All of this without expecting anything in return, only out of love and loyalty. And there is a silent gesture he makes that few owners understand when he rests his head on your lap for no apparent reason. It is not a request for affection. It is a gesture of absolute trust. A dog only does this with someone he considers his emotional anchor, the person with whom he feels safest in the entire world. Think about that. Your dog chose you among all human beings and keeps choosing you every single day, over and over again. But there are still other signals you are probably overlooking. The slow blink your dog does when he looks at you has a scientific name. It is called an eye kiss, and it is how cats and dogs say they love you. When you slowly blink back, he understands that you trust him. That silent exchange genuinely strengthens the bond between you. Try this today with your dog. The result will move you. Now let's talk about a behavior that confuses a lot of people. Why does your dog tilt his head when you talk to him? It looks adorable, but there is a fascinating neurological reason behind it. By tilting his head, he adjusts his ear to better capture the sound. He is literally trying to understand what you are saying. Research shows that dogs recognize hundreds of human words. Words like walk, eat, play, and bath activate his brain. But the most surprising thing is that he also understands the tone of your voice. A tone loaded with love makes his brain light up on scans. He does not need to understand the word. He feels the love behind it. This brings us to another behavior that most people misread. When your dog brings you a toy, what does he really want? Most people think he wants to play. But that is not always the case. Sometimes he is offering you a gift, a pure gesture of affection. In his logic, sharing something valuable is the greatest sign of love. He is saying, "This is mine, and I want you to have it too." This behavior comes directly from the nature of his ancestors. Wolves share their prey with the most important members of the pack, and to your dog, you are the most important member of his pack. Now let's talk about the behavior that confuses owners the most. When your dog rolls on the floor right after you pet him, it looks like he is erasing your touch. But it is exactly the opposite. He is pressing the scent of your touch into his own body. It is as if he is telling the world, "This human is mine." Your scent on his body is a symbol of belonging for him. And now we arrive at something that will truly surprise you. Your dog can tell your face apart from other human faces, and he uses the right side of his brain to process familiar faces. the same side that humans use to recognize the people they love. That means your face is special in his brain. He stores your face as an emotional memory, not just a visual one. Your face is associated with safety, food, love, and home for him. You are not just anyone. You are the face of his home. And this leads us to the question that many people are afraid to ask. Does your dog really love you, or is it just conditioning? Science has already answered that question, and the answer is yes. The dog's brain has the same emotional structures as ours. He processes positive emotions the same way a human does. This was proven in neuroimaging studies with awake dogs. When they hear the owner's voice, the brain's reward area lights up, the same area that lights up when humans hear someone they love. Your dog literally feels pleasure just from hearing you come home. His love is real, proven, neurologically present. But now comes the part that moves dog lovers the most. Dogs are capable of loving in a way that humans rarely manage. They love without condition, without judgment, without resentment, without memory of hurt. Every day is a fresh start for them. Each moment is complete in itself. If you had a fight with your dog yesterday, he has already forgiven you. Completely. That is the deepest lesson they have to give us. The ability to love in the present without the weight of the past. And there is one more fascinating thing that dogs do out of love. They synchronize their heartbeat with their owners in moments of calm. Two hearts beating at the same rhythm in real synchrony. Research shows that petting a dog reduces human cortisol. Stress drops, blood pressure lowers, anxiety decreases. The dog functions as a natural emotional regulator for humans, and the same happens to him. You also calm him down. That exchange of calm is one of the purest forms of love that exists. But there is yet another behavior that almost no one understands. When your dog yawns near you, he is not sleepy. The canine yawn is a calming signal language. He uses it to say, "I am at ease. You can relax too." Dogs yawn by emotional contagion just like humans do, but they only yawn by contagion with people they know and trust. This is one more scientific proof of the special bond he has with you. And now let's talk about the most powerful sign of canine love. The moment your dog stops everything and simply watches you, asking for nothing, not barking, just looking at you with that absolute calm. That is the emotional watch gaze. He is taking care of you. In the pack, animals keep watch over each other because they care. Your dog watches over you because you are the most precious person to him. He feels that protecting you is part of his role in this world. And here we arrive at something that will make you think differently today. Do you know what the greatest gift you can give your dog is? It is not premium food. It is not an expensive toy. It is not a long walk. It is your complete presence, your attention, your eyes meeting his. He does not understand the modern world. He does not understand screens or work. He understands presence, contact, scent, warmth, a look. When you are truly with him, he feels it throughout his entire body. And here comes one more revelation that will shift your perspective. Your dog knows your routine better than you know it yourself. He knows what time you wake up, what time you eat, what time you leave. His internal clock is calibrated by your daily routine. Disrupting his routine causes real confusion in his nervous system, because predictability is one of the ways he understands love. Routine for a dog is synonymous with safety and care. And there is one moment in the routine that is the favorite of almost every dog: the walk. And it is not just about physical exercise. During the walk, the dog reads the neighborhood newspaper with his nose. Every scent tells the story of another animal that passed by. Rushing your dog on a walk is like snatching the book from his hands. Letting him sniff freely is a real act of love and respect. A walk full of free sniffing tires him out, more than running for an hour, because his mind works intensely during every sniff. And there are still other signals he uses to communicate with you. His tail is an emotional translator carrying different messages. A tail wagging more to the right means positive emotion. More to the left can indicate insecurity or uncertainty. A tail held high and stiff signals alertness. A tail held low can mean fear. The speed of the wag also matters greatly in reading his emotions. A slow and wide wag is the purest sign of deep happiness, and his ears say just as much as his tail, if not more. Ears forward, attention and curiosity activated. Ears back and low, affection, submission, and a request for tenderness. When he flattens his ears upon seeing you, it is pure joy. It is as if his entire body turns into one single smile. And the dog smile is also real. It is not just a human projection. A relaxed dog with an open mouth and soft eyes is happy. Have you ever seen that expression on your dog and felt something in your chest? That feeling is also chemical. Your brain releases oxytocin. You two are healing each other without realizing it, without words. This is what science calls an interspecies attachment bond, a bond unique in nature. That exists only between dogs and humans. No other species developed this kind of connection with us. The dog chose the human as a life partner thousands of years ago. And since then, the two have evolved together, shaping one another. The dog taught us to trust. We taught the dog to love a home. That partnership gave rise to one of the most beautiful stories in nature. And you are part of that story every time you care for your dog. Now, we are arriving at the heart of this whole story, the deepest revelation about what your dog truly feels. Neuroscience research confirms something that owners already knew. The dog's brain responds to its owner in a unique and unmistakable way. There is no ambiguity. The owner occupies a unique place in his brain, and that place is not filled by food, toys, or other dogs. It is filled specifically by your presence and your love. You are irreplaceable to him. There is no alternative version of that. And now we arrive at the question that no owner can answer easily. Do you deserve the love your dog gives you every single day? Because he loves you on your worst day just as much as on your best. When you are at your lowest emotionally, he comes down there with you. He does not try to fix it. He just stays. And that is enough. Sometimes the greatest act of love is simply being present. And your dog understands that better than any being on this planet. We are getting close to the final revelation of this video, and it will forever change the way you look at your dog. Your dog does not see you as a human. That much is clear by now. But what he sees is something that most humans dream of finding. He sees someone completely trustworthy, completely safe, someone who brings food, warmth, protection, and joy into his world. You are your dog's entire universe, literally, and that reality carries an enormous responsibility at the same time. because he depends on you to understand the world as a safe place. Every time you call his name and he comes running to you. Every good night pat before sleep. Every walk in the rain. Every time you came back to him after a long day. All of that is registered inside him as proof that you are real, that love exists, that the world makes sense, that he belongs somewhere, and that place is by your side. It always was. It always will be. The next time he looks at you for no apparent reason, remember this: he is not looking for no reason. He is loving you in silence, and that silent love is the most honest thing you will ever receive in your life, because he will never lie to you, never pretend, never leave. A dog's love is pure because he does not know how to be any other way. And the science that has studied this for decades reached one single conclusion: the dog is the only being that loves you more than he loves himself. That is not poetry. It is biology. It is behavior. It is fact. And now, with everything you learned today, you will look at your dog differently, with more presence, more gratitude, more awareness of everything he does for you. The next time he follows you around the house, smile. He is not bothering you. He is choosing you. The next time he brings you a toy, accept the gift, because to him that is love expressed in the purest way he knows. The next time he lays his head in your lap, go quiet. Live that moment, fully, without rushing, without distraction, because those moments are the heart of the life you share together, and life is made of those simple moments you carry with you forever. Your dog does not see you as a human. He sees you as home, and you are the best home he could ever have found in this life. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. That says a lot about you. Whoever watches an entire video about how their dog feels truly loves them. Go on now. Your dog is waiting for you, and he will welcome you with everything he has, just like he always does, because to him you will always be worth every bit of that joy.